At this time, every evil thing, every bad thing just keeps coming out. All the bad groups that used to be powerful, even the best star and the best populists, knowing powerful president this and prince that, they all become exposed, just like in the sunlight. So everything fake, everything not real, any bad level or bad intention will all be exposed. In this period of the world, a very dangerous and a very unique time of destruction. So you will not be able to run away anywhere. You will be exposed also. If not, then you will have trouble or an accident or die without even knowing in advance. So I'm just trying to tell you the truth, hoping you really will be humble enough and intelligent enough to listen and to change to your real self. Then the Buddha will bless you, God might bless you and make you more enlightened, and then who knows, you can really become a real teacher. But also it depends on your karma and your past lives. To the Buddha, it took many lifetimes in order to return to Buddhahood again for the last time as Sakyamuni Buddha. They don't just come from anywhere, any little town, big city somewhere, and then suddenly claim themselves to be Buddha or hint it so that the follower will call them a Buddha. It's not like that. You have to have something. You have to know how to go back to which heaven and take your followers any different levels. It depends on their karma. And you have to bring them to hell to rescue their sinful relatives and friends who are stuck down there. Maugayayana had to go to hell to rescue his mother. But even him, he could not. He's the number one magical monk in the Buddha's discipleship, one of the best 10. But then even him, he could not rescue his mother. The food that he wanted to offer to his mother, even out of his love and his filial duty, still she could not swallow. It all became hot, burning red coal and burnt her. And even then her karma could not be cleansed by such a suffering. It had to take all the Buddhas, monks, praying for her for many, many days and taking big offerings from Maugayayana in order to dissolve her sins. And after that, she could go to Sita heaven. Even some of the Buddha's best monks who were next to the real Buddha could not do it. So who do you think you are, huh? Claiming to be Buddha. Shameless. Stop it. Return to the true self, to the truth, whoever you are. I repeat again, you turn, go study Buddhism and find a great enlightened master to dilute your sins and help you to become a saint. Okay? Good luck. It's okay for you to claim that you are anything. The Buddha or Prince of Heaven come down, whatever. It's nothing because you know you are lying. You know you're lying. You know you are not that. You know you haven't reached anything. The whole universe knows that. Maybe a little bit of black magic from some low-level demon who gave it to you so that he could use you to mislead people, to blind the innocent faithful. They believe you in that. Buddha is not that, okay? Even if you teach Qigong and all that, I met many Qigong masters. Even I told you one of my monk disciples, he's very, very real Qigong master. Not only can you put a spear and push it into his throat and it doesn't cut, but he can even lay on top of broken glass and people punch him, pump him, put things and beat him up from the stomach down. And when he gets up, no broken glass came into his back where he lay on. He never claimed himself a Buddha. He followed me. He brought his wife and his 2 kids to follow me. All of them became monks, and they are still there now. All of them. The 2 kids, I have nourished them until they're very big now. Big and strong. And working for the world, quietly. And their father now is a high-level bodhisattva, but he never says anything. He's very humble, very quiet. and just does any work in our company in order to earn an honest living so that he's not relying on anybody's donations. I don't allow them to have any donations or any worship from the people he gave initiation in my name. When I allow, and with my power, of course, in God's benevolence, by the grace of God, I can do all that, and they can do all that. And so, even if we have just a little ability by training, we can't just jump up and say, oh, I'm a Buddha. That is really a lie, a big lie. I remind you again, go read the Buddhist Sutra. See what the Buddha say about this kind of people like you.
After Ananda had repeated the question 3 times, the Buddha told him, after my nirvana, when the Dharma is about to extinct, the 5 mortal sins will follow the world, and the demonic way will flourish exceedingly. The demons will become monks to spoil and wreck my way. They will wear like mundane people's dress, also with sash for monks. They will delight to show off multicolored precept sash or kashaya. They will drink wine and eat meat, killing living things in their desire for fine flavors. They will not have compassionate minds and will hate and envy each other. The ultimate extinction of the Dharma Sutra.
You have no compassion. You replied to reporter that you eat anything, proudly implying that because you have reached very high status, so you don't care. Even you said Buddha was also like that. But the Buddha told his monks to remove the meat before eating in case people gave them meat, because not knowing their pure compassionate living by not consuming animal beings' dead flesh, so they can live by blood and pain. And the Buddha said, by eating meat, you can never reach highest Buddhi, never become a Buddha, but become a demon. The max you can become is a king of demons. You didn't know all that? I'm too busy to tell you more. You've got to read it. I take the big risk of being an unfavorable and whatever not vengeance by telling you the Buddhist, the very basics already. Further, Ananda, if living beings in the 6 paths of any mundane world had no thoughts of killing, they would not have to follow a continuous succession of births and deaths. If you don't kill, you will not die. You'll be reborn again and suffering old age and sickness and separation and sorrow and all kinds of pain. Your basic purpose of cultivating samadhi is to transcend the wearisome defilements. But if you do not renounce your thoughts of killing, you will not be able to get out of the dust. Santara, this world dust. Okay, meaning rolling again and again in the dust and carrying this dusty body, which is made of dust. Buddha say like that, meaning you can never get out of the physical existence. So even though one may have some wisdom and manifestation of chant samadhi, if you meditate, you have some wisdom come out of it and some samadhi. But if one does not cease killing, one is certain to enter the path of spirits, meaning kind of ghosts and diva, demon, low diva, not Buddha, not Bodhisattva, not sainthood. So he say further, at best, the best for you, even ever, that a person will become a mighty ghost if, on the average, one will become a flying yaksha, meaning a ghost leader or a kind, okay? Just a ghost. At the lowest level, one will become an earthbound rakshasa. The different kind of ghosts, they're all ghosts. Now you know why. The Buddha, the world honor one, the enlightened master, he said that. If you don't cease killing, meat eating, blood drinking, then you will become ghosts, mighty ghosts even, but nothing else. Right. So beware, yeah? 5 precepts, yeah? No lying, no stealing, yeah? These ghosts and spirits have their groups of disciples. Each says of himself that he has accomplished the unsurpassed way after my extinction, meaning the Buddha's nirvana. In the Dhamma ending age, these hordes of ghosts and spirits will abound, spreading like wildfire, as they argue that eating meat will bring one to the Bodhi way. They argue, these ghosts and spirits, they say if you eat meat, you will go on the Bodhi way, meaning you go in the Buddha's direction, means you will become the Buddha. My God, what nonsense. How can anybody believe that? But somebody does, huh? Obviously. So the Buddha said, therefore, Ananda, if cultivators of Chan Samadhi, means the meditation, the way you do not cut off killing, they are the ones who stops up their ears and calls out in a loud voice, expecting no one to hear them. It is to wish to hide what is completely evident. Say it is very illogical that you eat meat and you will become Buddha. How can you kill someone and live? Eternally. That's what Buddha means. It's not reasonable, not logical. So, bodhisattvas and bhikkhus, monks, who practice purity will not even step on grass in the pathway. Even less will they pull it up with their hand. How can one with great compassion pick up the flesh and blood of living, moving beings and proceed to eat it to his fill? But you let yourself be shown as a Buddha in statue, flashing across the defenseless screens too. And you allowed your follower to slander Amitabha Buddha as heretic compared to your system and teaching as just moving hands and feet. The world-honored one illuminated the whole universe for many decades, never mentioned such gymnastic movements as enlightening method. You are using Buddhism for petty, selfish gain, and you yourself know it. A quote here from your female follower on YouTube. Từ bỏ niệm A-di-đà, trở về với chánh pháp. Meaning abandon reciting holy Amitabha Buddha's name and return to the true teaching. Wow. You are leading the faithful to a vichy, relentless hell with you. Clearly, you are trying to destroy Buddhism while claiming all the time that you are teaching Buddhist true Dharma. It's so obvious that you are the enemy of all the Buddhas of noble Buddhism. For this, no one can be sure if you ever be forgiven and be out of a vichy hell. And same with your poor vulnerable followers. So busy I am. Still need to teach you Buddhist ABC. Greed makes blind. But you are not the worst. Still, all of you in the same category, the fake, the charlatan. Leave now. Go home. You types. Repent all the rest of your life. Be something like a farmer. Minimize your sin. Once you are dragged through that door of hell, it will be forever locked. No one will hear you. Only top pain and agony, torturing, and utmost suffering will be your company. I could only cry for you. I'm not sorry if I offend your ego. I have to tell the truth, no matter what cost. I know it's not good for me to offend you and your many followers. All of you might plan to take revenge on me or do something bad to me or whatever, but I have to tell the truth. Because if I can't tell the truth, then what should I do? What would I do in this world, huh? Except helping people inside the inside world. In the outside world, I also have to do my duty. That is telling the truth all the time. I have many more of exceptional talents, not just this monk, but they were not monks. I have also Tai Chi Chuan masters who taught all the police, not just teaching ordinary people. I have all kinds of people who are kind of highly noble beings in my group, in my association. We just humbly do our job to rescue others. If we cannot rescue them here, then we will rescue their souls and bring them to heavens. We do some exercise after meditation, just to keep the body's blood circulation moving. But it's not magic to lure the vulnerable for self-served fame and profit. But that doesn't make anybody become a Buddha. You have to know that. That's the basic thing. Just because we do some exercise doesn't mean we can become Buddha no matter what and have a little thần thông, magical power. It doesn't mean we are anything. Remember how Maugayayana died because of his magical power. He died brutally, terribly, and regrettably. The Buddha wants him not to use any of his magical power, but he used it. And then finally he was forced to fight with many other black magicians, and they drowned him in a pool of human's waste. I think you have to learn all that and stop using any little magical power or any little things that come out of the gym or of some simple concentration and boast about it and use it to gain fame and fortune. That's a very bad thing, the worst sin you can commit. I have one God disciple who could even use his bare hands to break open a small piece of stone is about as big as my wrist. To break bricks and wood pieces is easier than to break such a small piece of stone. To use your bare hand to break a small piece of stone like that, not bigger than my fist even. My hand fist is even bigger than that stone that he had chosen. He could do that even. We have so many talented people. Not all in my group, of course, but I mean in the world we have. So any of you don't think that you are something, okay? It's just your ego that makes you think that way. It's just the Maya that deludes you into that. When you know nothing, you can't do much to anybody. You let these so-called followers boost you up and harm you because they just keep pumping your ego, and then you do wrong. You become arrogant and went in wrong way and led all of them the wrong way.